When Daniel left his hungry wife to chase freedom with his mistress, he never imagined the woman he discarded would soon be revealed as a billionaire's lost daughter, nor that her next move would shatter everything he thought he controlled. Rain tapped gently against the cracked kitchen window as Elena stood barefoot on the cold tiles, staring at the dented pot simmering on the stove. The smell of reheated leftovers, rice, and watery stew filled the room, but she barely noticed. Her hands were still stained, with engine grease from the auto shop where she had spent the whole day working double shifts. She hadn't even changed. Her apron hung loosely at her waist, a silent reminder of how exhausted she was. Yet it wasn't the ache in her muscles that weighed on her. It was the silence. Silence can feel heavier than shouting. It can feel like a wall built brick by brick between two people who once swore forever. Father Lord, as this story begins, place your mighty hand on the life of the person watching right now. Let every delay in their destiny break. Let every hidden blessing rise. And let this be the moment their turnaround begins. And if you truly believe this prayer is for you, don't scroll past it. Subscribe to this channel right now as your step of faith, your confirmation that you are ready for the miracle you have destined for them. Amen. If this story resonated with you, click subscribe and let me know in the comments where you're watching from, because tomorrow I will be giving you another story just as crazy as this one, and you don't want to miss it. Before we continue, stop scrolling for just a second. Let me share something with you right now. Most of you watching are here as visitors, ghosts passing through, not yet part of this family. And I get it. But here's the truth. If this story is resonating with you, if something in you connected with these words, if you felt anything, that's your sign. I'm asking you to take one small step right now. Subscribe. Not later, not tomorrow. Right now, while you're thinking about it, because here's what happens. You'll scroll away, life gets busy, and when the next story drops, you'll miss it. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. So reach up, hit that subscribe button, let it be your way of saying yes. Yes to more stories like this. Yes to being part of this community. Yes to growth and truth. When you subscribe, you're not just supporting this channel. You're making a commitment to yourself in this journey we're on together. Don't just watch and leave. Be intentional. Takes 2 seconds, but it means everything. Hit subscribe now and you just made a choice to be part of something instead of just passing through. Welcome to the family. Now let's continue. Her fingers trembled slightly as she stirred the pot. She wasn't hungry. She simply didn't want to sit alone at the table again. She wanted laughter, conversation, companionship, the simple warmth of being valued. But those things had slowly drained from her home over the past year, trickling away like water through cracked stone. Daniel should be home by now, she whispered to herself, glancing at the clock. 8:47 p.m. He used to rush home, used to call her Lynn, used to ask about her day as if her stories were jewels. Now her messages stayed unread, and every evening he arrived later than the last. Tonight, for reasons she couldn't name, the emptiness in the room felt different, sharper, like a warning. Across town, Daniel leaned against the hood of his car outside a neon-lit motel as the evening breeze skimmed over his skin. He wasn't thinking about Elena or the dinner she probably reheated alone again. His attention was fixed on Marissa, who stepped out of the motel lobby wearing a tight red jacket and a smirk that made him feel 20 again. She tossed her hair. "Are you sure you're ready for this?" He grinned, tightening his grip on the car keys. "I'm more than ready. I need a break, Rissa. I'm tired of being trapped." "Trapped?" she echoed, brushing a finger along his jaw. "Daniel, you're a young man wasting your life with a woman who has nothing and will always be nothing. You deserve someone who actually matches your ambition." The word stroked his ego like silk. He didn't question them. He didn't want to. Elena had been struggling, yes, financially, emotionally, even physically from overwork. But he had once admired her strength. Now somewhere along the way, her resilience had begun to look like burden. And Marissa exploited every weakness he refused to face. Back in the tiny kitchen, Helena set the bowl of leftovers on the table and whispered grace under her breath. Hunger gnawed, but her heart was heavier than her stomach. She took one slow bite, chewing without tasting. She tried to remember the last time Daniel smiled at her. She couldn't. She tried to remember the last time he kissed her forehead. She failed. Her phone buzzed. Hope flared briefly. A message from Daniel. An apology. A simple "I'll be home soon." Oh, just a notification for a promotional SMS. Her shoulders slumped. Have you ever stayed loyal to someone who slowly stopped seeing your worth? Drop a comment. Your experience might help someone watching. Daniel pushed open the car door and slid into the driver's seat while Marissa hummed along to the radio. Her perfume was sharp and sweet, completely unlike Elena's soft lavender scent. Where are we going first? She asked, excitement flaring in her eyes. Anywhere, Daniel replied. I just want to feel alive again. Marissa laughed and kicked her feet onto the dashboard. Then let's take a road trip. A real one. No responsibilities, no guilt, no boring wife waiting at home. He hesitated, not because he cared about Elena, but because guilt briefly grazed him like a cold wind. It wasn't enough to stop him. He started the engine. Elena carried her bowl to the living room and sat on the couch. Her eyes drifted to the framed wedding photo on the shelf. Daniel holding her waist, her dress simple, her smile wide and genuine. They had married young with dreams far bigger than their pockets. But love had made them rich once. Love used to be enough. She traced Daniel's face in the photo with a faint smile. What happened to us, Danny? She murmured. Her phone buzzed again. This time she didn't check. She didn't want another disappointment. Elena's mind drifted to the letter she had received earlier that week. A letter from a private law firm, requesting her presence for a confidential matter regarding her heritage. She had shown it to Daniel, but he had waved it off, chuckling. Lend you and your fantasies. No one's looking for you. Just toss it. She hadn't tossed it. It sat hidden in her bag like a strange secret calling to her. As Daniel and Marissa drove across the dimly lit highway, Marissa started recording stories for social media, giggling as she filmed them. Road trip with this handsome man, she teased, turning the camera toward him. Daniel grinned, enjoying the reckless thrill. But something in his chest tightened when he imagined Elena sitting alone at the kitchen table. He pushed the thought away and stepped harder on the gas. Elena finally checked her phone around 10 p.m. Still nothing from Daniel. A sudden wave of nausea rose in her throat, not from hunger but from realization. The emotional abandonment she had been denying for months had finally taken shape. Her eyes burned, but she refused to cry. She closed her eyes, inhaled deeply, and whispered,